This video is going to show you how to create a custom welcome tab on your Facebook page using the application called Static HTML iframes tabs. The first thing we'll look at is the finished results. Okay, so this is a custom tab within this Facebook page, Recycled Art Museum. All right, and at the top we can see that we have a custom header image. All right, this is 810 pixels wide by a specific height. It doesn't really matter what the height is. The point here is that this is a placeholder for you to use really any image that you want. Ideally, it's going to be a photograph or something that really communicates something very compelling about your organization. All right, and if we scroll down, we see that we have a paragraph. Okay, we have bullet points here, and we also have a YouTube video. And then at the very bottom we have another sentence with a link to it that actually opens up into a new window. All right? So the template is designed so that you can basically use it and replace any of the content in the template with your content. The last two things I'll say before we get started is this. If you do not know HTML, try and get help from a friend who does. There's a great website here called w3schools.com, which is very, very helpful. And then the second thing I'll say is that in the template, it's generally a good idea, if you don't know what you're doing with HTML, to only change the content that you know. All right, so for example, this is a paragraph. Clearly we know what that is. We only want to change that. We don't want to necessarily change any styling that has to do with that paragraph. Okay? If you're adventurous though and you do want to change styling, you can certainly do that, and I'll show you how to do that in the template. All right? So with that, I'm going to show you the raw HTML file now. All right? So if we open this up, this is the HTML that's in the template that you'll download from the support material in this webinar that's been used to create this exact result right here. Okay, and let's look at this step by step. The first thing you'll see is an image. The image path is right here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and show it to you on Flickr. All right, so this is actually hosted on Flickr. To grab any image path from any image on the internet, all you have to do is mouse over it, right-click, and select Copy Image URL. You copy this URL, you go into your HTML template, and you simply paste it over this URL right here, because obviously you're not going to use this image for your tab. Okay? All right. The next thing we have is actually a paragraph, and we can recognize that this text right here corresponds to the text that we have right here. Okay? We also have another sentence right here. Bullet points, subconsciously or not, convey specificity and value and keep them brief. Okay, that's right here. And then we have our bullet points. Okay, so I'm just going to isolate that so we can take a really good look at it. All right, so unordered list, that's a command in the browser, unordered list. And the style of this unordered list is a specific size font with a specific line height, with a specific color, and a specific font type. All right. If you're a beginner in HTML, I would just leave this. And then we have our bullet points right here. These are called list items. Here's a list item, here's another list item, and here's another list item. And notice that we've closed each of these tags. So here's a list item. We're closing the tag, the end of that command, the end of this command, the end of this command. And then finally, we're ending the command that has created the list, ul. See, we opened it right here, we close it right here. Okay? All right, and now below this we have, by the way, div just means division, so there's a division that has been created right here. It's basically, you can look at it as a section. Okay? And then we have another division or section. Okay? We simply have another short sentence below our bullet points, which would correspond to this information right here. You could also include a YouTube video. Okay? I'm going to go back into the HTML, and then we have our YouTube video. Now the YouTube video is followed by one last sentence, and that corresponds to this sentence right here. Okay? If you notice though, this sentence is a little bit different in that it has a link in it. If we click on this link, again, it opens up to a new website. Okay? So it opens up to a new website. All right? And how did we create that link? The code for that is right here. Okay? And I'm going to actually enlarge this so that you can see it very clearly. We have our paragraph. That's an open tag for a paragraph, which we've closed. There's a specific font size, line height, color, and all that. Okay? This is the paragraph style. And then our text is, one more thing. If you're a beginner at HTML, visit the, and then this is the actual command to create a link. It actually goes all the way here. I'm highlighting the entire thing. This is obviously the URL to the web page that we're going to link to. And then that's followed by something that says target equals blank. That just means that when someone clicks on this link, it's going to open up in a new window. That's the end of that command right there. And that's followed by text. All right? That's followed by text. And then what do we do? What do we do here? We close the command to create a link. All right? So what that does is that we're essentially wrapping this link around the text. So if anyone clicks on the text between these two tags, between the open tag and the close tag, it's going to be a link, obviously. All right? And then we finish this off by saying, oh, and here's how you make a text link. And there's the end of the paragraph, which started here, and then the end of the division, which started right here. Okay? So this is how to create a welcome tab for your Facebook page. The last thing you want to do is you want to select all of this and then go over to your Facebook page. We'll just go back to our Facebook page. And then we simply click on our icon for the static HTML iframes tabs application. We end up going to a page that looks like this. Okay? Now this is only seen by page admins. Fans do not see this. All you have to do is enter your content here. We just simply paste it, and then we click on Save Changes. Again, as an admin, this will be your view. If you want to preview it, though, to how the world will see it, you simply click on Preview. When we click on Preview, we see exactly what it looks like. Okay, and that's our final welcome tab. Okay, so that is how to create a custom welcome tab for your nonprofit.